All right, let's have some more fun with cumulative preferred stock, shall we? So we've got another video on the internet about what, that's essentially the same as this. This is just more practice, and perhaps you didn't see the other one, so this might be the only one you've found. So analyzing and distributing cash dividends to preferred and common stock holders, I would prefer it to say that. And so we've got this company, Skinner, began business June the 30th of 2018, and at that time it issued 18,000 shares of $50 par value, 6% cumulative preferred stock, and 90,000 shares of $10 par value common stock. And then through the end of the year 2020, there has been no change in the number of preferred and common shares outstanding. Okay. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to clarify a couple of things. And if you've watched some of the other related videos, I'm definitely going to be repeating myself at this point. We want to understand that preferred stock is preferred as to dividends. So preferred stock gets preferential treatment if the board of directors declares a dividend amount and there's not enough money to give everybody a dividend between preferred stockholders and common stockholders. Preferred stockholders get whatever is available, and common stock gets what's left over. And sometimes what's left over is more if we have a large dividend declaration amount. Okay, but normally the way that this works is, let's say that the preferred stockholders are owed, $150,000 a year, and the board of directors pays out $120,000. Well, normally what would happen in that scenario is, let me just bring the calculator over. It's supposed to be $150,000. They pay out $120,000. Well, the preferred stockholders would get the full $120,000, and the common stockholders would get $0. What about that other $30,000? Well, nothing. It just goes away. However, when we're dealing with what's called cumulative preferred stock, it doesn't work that way. Whatever amount the cumulative preferred stockholders are not paid, it goes into something called arrears. Okay? So when we see the word cumulative, we can associate that potentially with the term arrears. And that just means that whatever is not paid out to the cumulative stockholder goes into arrears, and they are owed it in the future. When in the future? Well, whenever. But they are owed that amount. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is calculate how much the preferred stockholders are supposed to get each year. And by the way, the formula for calculating the annual dividends, whether we're dealing with just regular preferred stock or cumulative preferred stock, is the exact same. Okay, and so that formula that we're going to want to use, and this could actually be written a couple of different ways. Number of shares times par value per share times dividend percentage. Okay, let's see here. Can we see that? So that's number of shares times par value times dividend percentage. And we have all of that information. By the way, sometimes with preferred stock, this percentage here could be listed as an actual dollar amount. And so, if we have $50 par value, 6% of 50 is like $3. And so we might say, instead of saying like 18,000, which is the number of shares, times par value of 50 times 6%, we might substitute this and say 18,000 times 50 times $3. So that's possible. But anyway, we've got our information, so we're going to plug that into the calculator to determine how much the preferred stockholders, the cumulative preferred stockholders, are entitled to on an annual basis. So 18,000 is the number of shares. Multiply that by the par value per share times the percentage of 0.06, and that's going to give us $54,000. Okay, $54,000. Matter of fact, let's just write that up here. 18,000 shares times $50 par value times, what was it again, 6%? Yeah. Equals $54,000 per year to the cumulative preferred stockholders. All right. Okay. So I'm going to move this right here. So in 2018, it says assume that Skinner declared and paid cash dividends of $63,000 in 2018, $0 in 2019, and $378,000 in 2020. Compute the total cash dividends and the dividends per share paid to each class of stock for those 3 years. All right. So the good news is in 2018, we're going to pay out $54,000 to our cumulative preferred stockholders. But notice we paid $63,000 in total. So the difference between $63,000 paid out and the amount that we gave to the preferred stockholders is $9,000. So we're going to plot that right here, $9,000. Okay. 63 minus 54 is 9. All right. So how do we get preferred per share? Well, $54,000 divided by the number of shares, which is provided as 18,000, gives us a cumulative preferred amount per share of $3. And I'm going to go ahead and put the $3 there. And then we've got $9,000 paid out to the common stockholders divided by the 90,000 shares. Going to give us 10 cents. So 0.10, 10 cents per share. By the way, common stock doesn't have these percentages like this. We don't do that. So we don't really care about what the par value is for the common stockholders as far as dividend distribution is concerned. All right. In 2019, they paid out nothing. Okay. So we're going to get zeros across the board because they didn't pay anything. However, what we want to recognize is that the cumulative preferred stockholders are owed $54,000. So then in 2020, they paid $378,000. Okay. So they're going to pay $378,000 in total. However, let's see, I need some more zeros. $54,000 of that is for 2020, and then we got another $54,000 for 2019. And so 54 and 54, what I'm going to do is, this is the amount that the common stockholders are going to receive. Not bad, huh? All right. And the preferred stockholders are going to get 54 for the current year plus 54,000 for the previous year. And at this, we no longer have any dividends in arrears. So 108,000 to the preferred stockholders for what was owed in 2020 and 2019. All the rest to common stock. So preferred per share is just going to be this 108,000 divided by that same 18,000 shares. And that gives us $6. Okay. Common stock got 270,000 bucks divided by 90,000 shares, $3. Okay. Now they're probably going to change the facts on us. Let's see if we can move this, move something. No, maybe not. Maybe move the calculator. Yeah, so then we've got our little formula over here. It's still going to be $54,000 per year owed to preferred stockholders. But they're going to change the facts around. Now they're saying they didn't pay anything in 2018. Okay, well that's easy enough. If that's true, preferred got nothing, common stockholders got nothing, and there is no per share value. However, in 2019 they paid out $108,000. Well, we know that they owe $54,000 for 2019, plus we currently have $54,000 dividends and arrears for 2018. So, good news is the preferred stockholders are now, they've been made whole. Bad news is common stock got nothing again, so we can go ahead and put a per share amount there of 104,000. I'm sorry, of zero. 104,000. Wonder where that came from. So common stockholders got nothing here, and then so their per share amount per dividend is also zero. Our 108,000, we actually calculated this right up here, so it's going to be the same answer, but since I've got it on the calculator, I'll just go ahead and do it. Divided by 18,000 cumulative preferred shares, $6. And let's see what happens in 2020. They're going to pay out $189,000 in 2020, but the formula is still the same. We're going to pay $54,000 to the preferred stockholders, and we can actually kind of jump up here and see that this has already happened once, and that was a per dividend amount of $3. Again, that's 54,000 divided by the 18,000 shares issued. And then, so how much do common stockholders get? Well, they get 189,000 minus 54,000, or $135,000. Whoops, dropped my pencil. So 135, okay, and then we would just divide that by 90,000 shares, $1.50. All right, that's all there is to it. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something.